All right, welcome back to another introduction to Zoom. Today we're going to be talking about developing classes on Zoom. And we're going to start by talking about Zoom breakout rooms. And so breakout rooms are very important for your classes. You can use them as a way to put people into rooms to discuss about what they've been learning in the class. You can also use them to actually break up your classes. So let's say you're doing an OTI, and you have 30 people that sign up for your OTI, and 10 are going to the commander's class, 10 are going to the quartermaster class, and 10 are going to the service officer class. You can break them up that way. So let's get into today's lesson. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go into your settings, and make sure that you have breakout rooms set up. And then when you're setting up the meeting, there's two things that you can do. You can pre-assign people. So if people register, you can pre-assign them in your meeting, or you can wait until the meeting starts, not knowing who's going to come on for your lessons. And this is also great for meetings. If you're having a meeting, you need committees to go off and speak, you can set them up into breakout rooms. So let's say this is a standard meeting. There's 5 people in the meeting, and you want to break off the other people into breakout rooms. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on the bottom of your link where it says breakout rooms, and this will come up, and it says create breakout rooms. And then so you see it says assign 4 participants into one room automatically. So if I have 4 participants and I click one room, everybody's going to go into that room. It's important to note, though, that as you create more rooms, it's going to evenly divide all the people up into the rooms. So if I click 2 rooms, it'll put 2 participants per room. This is on automatic. I'll show you later on doing manual. So let's say I set up the breakout rooms. Boom, they put the people in the breakout rooms, and I'm looking at it. They haven't started yet because I have to click on the breakout rooms to start. But let's say that I want to move, okay? And so you can see here on the bottom of the screen, you can see that I can either move someone or exchange someone in the room. So let's say I want to move Monica to breakout room number 2. If I just move Monica and I press breakout room number 2, then Ted will be alone by himself. But if I go to exchange, I can pick who I want to exchange Monica with in the breakout rooms. And if you see, once I press exchange, you see Monica's now in breakout room number 2, and I put Jane in breakout room number 1. So that's the way you can move people around. If it's an automatic setting, or if somebody went into the wrong room, you can move them to another room. Now, if you go to where it says breakout room, you can rename your breakout room. So just for the simple point of this, I'm going to name the breakout rooms. I click on that, and the screen will come up to rename the breakout. I name the colors. You can see up here, I named this one blue, and this one down here, I'm going to name red. Now, let's say that I don't like the way the breakout rooms were done. I want to redo it. I can simply click on recreate all rooms and go through the same process again. And that button will be down at the bottom of your breakout room. Now you have to remember that while you're doing this, the participants cannot see any of these menus. They only see the breakout rooms as they come up. Now, if you go into your settings for breakout rooms, you click on it, you have some options here. First, you can allow participants to choose their own room. So let's say you were doing a meeting and you wanted people to be able to go in and listen to what was going on, or if you're doing a class and people come on and they want to just go into a room, you can click on that. Here's another option. You can allow participants to return to the main session at any time. And this is a good option because let's say they finish early, or they have a question, they want to come back into the main room and ask you a question. They can do that. Automatically move all assigned participants into breakout rooms. That's if you preset the breakout rooms, and then those that are assigned to the breakout rooms will automatically go to those rooms. The other options that you have down there is auto close breakout rooms after, and then it gives you a time here. So you can set a time. So let's say you're having sessions, you're having classes, whatever, and you only want them to go for 1 hour. So you can click this for 60 minutes, okay? Or if in a meeting, if you only want people to discuss for 10, 15 minutes, you can set that time here, and that will allow them to go into that breakout room for that amount of time. And then the last option here is countdown after closing breakout room. So I can set this time here, and what this does is when they have 60 seconds left or 30 seconds or whatever I determine this time to be, they'll see a reminder that they only have that much time left before the breakout room closes. Now, when people are in the breakout rooms, this is what you'll see. You'll see the breakout room, okay? You'll see the green light that they're in the breakout room. And you notice that the host is not in the breakout room. The host stays outside of the breakout rooms, but they can go in. So if you want to, you can go to the breakout room, and you see up here at the top, it says join. I can click join. Do you want to join this room? I click yes, I can go into that room. Let's say I want to give them some additional information, or I want to check on how the class is going, or I want to see how the instruction is going. I can do that as the host. I can go in there and I can join the room. And then this will come up. It says joining breakout room. So now when it comes up on the screen, you'll see that it shows me in the breakout room, okay, or shows the host in the breakout room with those participants. Now, if I want to check on the other room, I don't have to leave the room and then join the other. I can simply click on join, and I will be in the other room. When everything is done, I can click on leave, and that will take me back to the main room. Okay, and it says returning to main session. It might take a few moments, and then I'm back in the main session. While I'm in the breakout room, though, I can't see what's going on in the main room. I can only see what's going on in the breakout room as the host. And the same thing for the participants. They can't see what's going on in the main room while they're in the breakout room. If you want to send a message, we've talked before about using chat. If you click something in chat, they're not going to see it because they're in the breakout rooms. So what you can click on is the bottom here where it says broadcast a message to all. All right. And that will allow you to broadcast a message to them. You can say, wrap things up in the next 5 minutes, please. Please consider what's going on with, the income of the post, or, let's look at the legislation that's going on, whatever you want to tell them to let them know to consider within their breakout room. Now, once you're done, let's say you want to bring them back early, or you want the sessions to end. You feel they've been going on too long. All right. If you didn't set a time for it, then you can click on close, and they'll see this message down at the bottom, which will tell them that the breakout rooms will close in whatever many seconds that you set it up for. They'll also see this message if they've reached their time and it's time for the room to close. Now, let's say they've had their sessions, they've been in the breakout rooms, they're finished doing what they need to do, they've come back into the main room, but now they need to discuss more things, okay? Or they feel they need more time. These rooms will stay here already created, and you can simply click on open all rooms, and that'll allow these people to go back into the rooms so that they continue on with their time. You can also click on options to change some of the options, like the amount of time that they're allowed. So let's say in the first session, you gave them 30 minutes and they feel they need 10 more minutes. So you can click on option and change their time from 30 minutes to 10 minutes. You can also add a room. Let's say some people came in or some other people want to talk. You can add another room at this time. Now, let's say that you're having a meeting and you need people to go in the breakout room, but you don't want it to be automatic. And so we saw earlier that option for manual. I can set up the breakout rooms. You can see the 2 breakout rooms here, room 1, room 2. If I click on assign, I can assign the people that I want to go into those rooms. So let's say I want all the district commanders to go into one room, and I want all the legislative people to go into another room. I can do that simply by assigning the people myself. So when you click it, you can see up here, I have some people that are unassigned to rooms. Okay, and I can assign them. There's that option there to assign them. Here's room 1, and it shows you who's in the rooms, and it shows you who hasn't joined yet. Again, only you as the host see this. So you might want to send a message to that person saying, okay, you need to go ahead and join this room. All right. Or it's your time to join this room. And again, you have the options to move people. So let's say, I got Abe here and he's in that room and I realize I put him in the wrong room. I can simply move him to another room or even move him back to the main room, list him as unassigned. So those are my options. And these are the basics for breakout rooms. As always, if you have questions about any of these lessons, feel free to reach out to me through email or social media on the state website or the Facebook page, and I can answer them. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Until next time, hoorah.